Hello students. Yesterday we had got the second part of Going Places by A.R. Barton. Today we'll be having our journey to move forward from where we left the explanatory part. We were there at father, daughter and the son discussion where Joff told dad of Sophie that Sophie met Danny Casey, but father of Sophie showed his disdain, his disgusting imposition of his face there. Means he didn't like it, and because he knew that it was all Sophie's make-believe, it was all fantasy of Sophie. He knew his daughter well there. Therefore, he didn't like it at all. Or even there was a small discussion also took place between who is better, between Tom Finney and Danny Casey there. Obviously, the two legends of the two different era, should not be compared, but according to Joff, Danny Casey has got all the potential, all the caliber, all the skill, that can beat or outplay the legend of England in soccer field, Tom Finney. And now, means discussion is almost reaching to its conclusion, and father didn't like it, or even he warned Sophie that if the same fantasy fallacies continues forward there, they may come when Sophie would find herself in a serious problem, in a serious position there, in a complicated condition there, in some sort of major problem there. After that, she met him in the arcade, Joff said, and told him how it all happened. And then Joff narrated entire story, how Sophie, the younger sister, met Danny Casey in the arcade. See the reaction of father, see the reaction of father. One of these days, you are going to talk about yourself in a lot of trouble. Her father said aggressively, some anger now spurted out by the father. Father obviously didn't like that his daughter was getting too much daydreamer, too much insensible, too much gawky, too much insane, too much nitwit, day by day. That was the age of sagacity. She should be more sensible, she should be more realistic. How long she would be just roaming, wandering, staying in the world of fantasies and the fairy tales. She should act like a grown-up once there. Father desired, aspired that stuff from his daughter Sophie. When he saw her out of the track there, obviously he didn't like it, or warned that Sophie might put herself in a big trouble one day because of this insensible approach towards life. Talk about yourself in a lot of trouble, her father said a bit with anger. Joff knows it's true, father, don't you, Joff? He don't believe you, though he would like to believe that. When father was getting angry, was furious at that, then Sophie, in order to get her father a bit calmed down, but no, father, it is not any sort of exaggeration or elaboration there. I really met Danny Casey. You can ask Joff, my elder brother. Joff, say it now, that I met Danny Casey really? Father, before Joff would have intervened in between, he said, no. Though Joff is your brother, Sophie, if we wish to believe, still he won't believe in this fictitious, unrealistic story that you met Danny Casey ever in the arcade. Now scene changes. Now the scene is shifting back into Joff's room. And now you see what is happening between Joff and sister Sophie again. The table lamp cast an yellow glow. Amber glow, it may be evening time, it may be twilight time. So the lamp, the bulb of Joff's room might have ignited, must be lighted, must be lit. And now the amber glow, the yellow light of the bulb could be seen on the walls, of Joff's room. Amber glow across her brother's bedroom wall, and across the large poster of United First Team Squad, group of team, we can call it a squad. And you see Not only father of Geoff and Sophie was a great fan of the game of football, but the entire family. Even Geoff, though he was a newbie in motor mechanism, in an apprentice, he was a novice, he was learning the art of motor mechanism, but still when it comes to hobby, his favorite pastime was still football, and it was quite evident when we witnessed over the on the wall over the bed over the bed of Geoff. We can witness a large poster of which football team? Princeton United. Princeton United. And if Princeton United football team poster was pasted on the wall, we can imagine that how ardently Mr. Geoff loved the game of football, as well as his superhero, the sensation, the emerging superstar, Mr. Danny Casey. Over there in the Manchester, in the United squad, in the poster, a poster included which brilliant players? Okay, all right. That the table and cast and below the poster of United first team squad and the row of colored photographs beneath, three of them of the young Irish prodigy Cassie. Obviously, and because he was a young superstar, newly advented to United Princeton United team. Therefore, we can witness in the standing row Danny Casey with two more Irish genius prodigy. A superbly talented young person is called prodigy. Prodigy can be found in the field of academics also, or in the field of sports also. So sports excellent and this academic excellent can be termed as a prodigy. Superbly talented, extraordinarily talented, having a great potential, great talent, genius almost. You job for brother beneath Cassie? Promise you will tell no one, Sophie said. Nothing to tell is either. Is there? Promise, Job. Dad would murder me. Only if he thought it was true. Please, Job. Christ, Sophie, you are still at school, and Cassie must have string of girls there. Now, you can remember previous page story or the experience of Sophie. Sophie, where it was mentioned in the chapter, Sophie wriggled back on the table where she sat when Job disclosed the secret of Sophie's meeting with with Danny Casey to their father. Sophie wriggled back because she fears her dad. Means a lot, enormously there. But now Sophie is gaining the confidence of elder brother Job. In their room now. Father was left in his room there. Now both brother and sister are there talking. Having a conversation go in Job's room. Now she's making Job understand. Okay, Job, come on. What you did that in that drawing room or the dining room there? It was meant to be a secret there. I told that secret that I met Denicus in the arcade. It was for you. It was for the brother only, and you just opened it or you disclosed it to father. That was rubbish. Please don't do it again. Please keep it a secret. Keep this secret from each and every. Keep it from everyone. Job, being an elder brother, coming into his sagacity, said, "Okay, what is there to be told, not to be told? It means you never met any Casey, so why to grumble, why to be in any sort of fear there?" And one more suggestion he gave to her, that come on, be sensible. Danny Casey is a superstar, belongs to an opulent section of society, and we belong to the downtrodden one. And you are too young actually. Means you are in the last year of schooling, maybe around 15, 16 year age, and Danny Casey the superstar 19, 20. We belong to different section of the society, different boxes of the society. You can't ever get Danny Casey in your life there. And Casey, being a superstar, he may be a dream hero of many of the girls there. There may be a line of girls, queues of girls will be there, behind Danny Casey, where you stand in front of them. Jock wanted to make it understand his younger sister Sophie that she should be sensible, realistic there. Of them younger, prodigy and Chris, God, you are still at the school, Casey, he must be having a string of girls there. No, he doesn't. Sophie intervened. No, brother, what to say? That Danny Casey has got string of girl, line of girls there. No, he doesn't have. Sophie intervened, objected that. Please, John, Christ, Sophie, you are still at the... he could... how could you know that? He jeered, he mocked at jeered, he mocked. Okay, Delicacy didn't have any girl or line of girls. How you know, Sophie? Sophie said, yes, he doesn't have anyone. I can say with assurance, with guarantee there. How you can say that thing? He started jeering, grinning, okay, making fun of, kidding with that. Oh, how you know that? He doesn't have a string of girls there. No, he doesn't. How could he know that? He jeered. He told me. That is how I know that thing. Okay. Sophie said to Job that he told me. I met him in the arcade now. We discussed a lot there. Okay, and there he told me that he doesn't have any sort of girl. Okay, like string of girls. Next to impossible. He is single. He is single there. Sophie explained that thing. He told me that is how, as if anyone would tell a girl, something like that. Yes, he did. Being a boy, Joff knew the temper and temperament, the attitude, the tendency of boys towards girls in such cases. That no boy ever would disclose his friendship or his affair with the girl to anybody there, especially to another girl. Not a single boy in the world could dare to do so, or could think to do so there. And Sophie said, yes, he told me that he was single and he doesn't have any sort of girl. So John made it clear to Sophie, okay, you don't know the boys. I belong to the same community. I know no such boy in the world would reveal that secret to another girl that he doesn't. He will be saying, every boy will be saying the same thing to another girl, that he doesn't have any, though he will be having many there, huh? Promised could you know, though he jeered, he mocked that. He told me that's how, if anyone, okay, like that, he's quiet. Yes, he did. Yes, he told me. Yes, he told me. He isn't like that. He's not like other boys or other superstar or other celebrities who have got multiple affairs, multiple girls fans there. He doesn't have that. Fan may be having many, okay, among girls, but when you talk about some connection with that, relation with that, affairs with that, he is a shy guy. Then in case he was a shy guy, according to Sophie. As he might have told her, okay, in the arcade, he is quiet. He's a shy guy. Quiet here. He's a silent guy. He's a quiet guy there. No, as quiet as at all. Apparently, or obviously, on the face of it. Apparently, on the face of it. Evidently, every boy will be showing himself as a calm, composed, silent, shy in front of the girls. Apparently, on the face of the bird. At the back of it, okay, they have a different face all together. Joff wanted to say that. Not as quiet as all apparent. It was nothing like that, Joff. Okay, it was me who spoke first. When I saw who it was, I said, excuse me, but aren't you DC? Then he can see. And he looked sort of surprised there. No, let me tell you how shy then he can see. Let me tell you, when I was standing in the arcade in front of Roy's window shop, suddenly I found someone standing beside me, and I asked, to get the confirmation whether the superstar was standing next to me or not. I asked, aren't you DC? Aren't you Danny Casey? And he got surprised. He felt some sort of discomfort while talking to me. So it shows that he doesn't feel comfortable while talking to girls straight off there. He's a bit shy. He's a bit a silent guy there. He's not that much open up, okay, to the girls or with the girls there. It was me who spoke first. This is the clue. This is the evidence, brother, that it was me who started the conversation, not he did so. Enough evidence or the proof that he is unlike the other boys or other celebrated boys there or the superstars there. Apparently, though, it was like I said, excuse me, but surprisingly, yes, he said, I'm Danny Casey. That's right, I'm Danny Casey. And I knew it must be him because he had the accent, like when they interviewed him on the television. So I asked him for an autograph for little Derek, but neither of us had pen or paper. So then we just talked a bit about the clothes in Roy's window. He seemed lonely, and after all, it is a long way from the west of Ireland. And then I just as he was going, he said, if would care to meet him, next week he could meet her there. Now, she was just narrating the entire incident in front of Joe, that how, she met Danny Casey, what type of conversation they had, in the arcade there, but problem was there, when she confirmed that it was Denikesi, and how Sophie understood that she was talking to Denikesi, out of his accent, manner of speaking, accent, manner of articulation, manner of modulation of speaking there. Because celebrities can be identified their way of speaking there. Yes, it is correct there. We can identify Amitabh Bachchan out of his voice, Virat Kohli out of his voice, Nana Patekar out of his voice, Dharmendra out of his voice there. Belated Irfan Khan, they had got a unique, peculiar way of speaking the things. So celebrities had or have or will have a certain feature in their manner of speaking, which can be identified among thousands of voices there. So out of his voice, the manner he speaks while giving interview on the television, Sophie confirmed that she was talking to the superstar Denikesi only. But problem was there. Neither of us got a pen or paper. Therefore, Sophie could not take an autograph for her younger brother direct there. Therefore, they talked a bit about the quality of the clothes at Roy's window, which was available there. A fashionable cloth shop it was, Roy's window. They talked about the quality or the types of the clothes which were available at Roy's window. She could not take the autograph as neither of them had got pen or paper. Therefore, it was not good, for them, especially for sister Sophie, to take, his autograph, especially for her younger brother, direct there. And when the meeting was about to be concluded there, about to be ended, Denikesi came forward and he said to Sophie that if you really wish to take my autograph and want to meet me again there, next week we can meet and there I can give you my autograph there. Mr. Denikesi said that thing to Sophie. It was all illusion, it was all hallucination, it was all make-believe, it was all fantasy, it was all daydreaming there. Denikesi, the superstar, of the real world, real world superstar he was. And Sophie, please listen to me carefully, Sophie never met Denikesi in person. Then you will be asking or you will be thinking at what occasion, what was the only time where Sophie or when Sophie was able to see or meet Denikesi? Yes, there was only one chance or the one occasion where Sophie really saw Denikesi when on Saturdays the family of Sophie made a visit to the stadium to see, it will come in the coming paragraph, to see a live football match, to see the champion Denikesi in action. So when the Sophie's family made a visit to stadium to see a live match, especially on Saturdays there, that was the only chance where or when Sophie was able to see Denikesi in person, personally. Otherwise, if we talk about a personal separate meeting, as it is mentioned in the arcade, it never happened. It was all Sophie's make-believe, Sophie's fantasy, Sophie's fairy tale, Sophie's daydreaming there. Nothing more than that. Please remember that. Window, and he seemed lonely there, and obviously he was 19 or 20 maybe perhaps his age, and suppose he belonged to Ireland. Denikesi belonged to, he was a native of Ireland, and Ireland and UK, England, both are adjacent countries there. So whenever there was a free time for Denikesi, when the Ireland is not playing an international game, yes, Denikesi was playing, was endorsing, was representing a football club there, that was Princeton United there. Therefore, he had to live all isolated, all alone, away. He was really feeling aloof, lonely, aloof. From since he was living away, far away, miles away from his parents in such an early age of 19 or 20 there. Therefore, he was feeling lonely, aloof there. Okay, and then just where he was going, he said, if ever to meet okay, him there, okay, next week, okay, he would give me an autograph. Then of course I said I would there. So now eventually the scene was set between them that the next week Delicacy would be coming again to meet Sophie, and there, okay, he would be giving his autograph to Sophie. So next week date is finalized. Next week date is finalized between Delicacy and the young girl Sophie. According to Sophie, the date was finalized the next week. Reality, poles apart, miles away from it. It never happened. It never happened. In real, it never happened. Next week, I said, I would, and Sophie said, yes, surely she would be coming to meet, okay, Delicacy again. As if he would ever show up, Joff said that, ha ha, he jeered again, he mocked again, ha ha ha. Okay, if it is like that, as if he would show up there, it means he would never come there, he would never come there. You do believe me now, don't you, Sophie? Sophie said, now I narrated each and everything what has happened between us. Now you believe me or not that I really met Delicacy in the arcade? Now you believe? He dragged his jacket without giving any reply. He just dragged his jacket, which may be there on the rails of the chair. He put his both of the sleeves, both of the arms into the sleeves of the jacket and put it on there. And what he did was shiny and shapeless. Underline the two adjective, shiny and shapeless. Another indicator that what socio-eco strata of the society Sophie belonged to. Father was a laborer in a biscuit factory, first thing. Mother was what we can say, a house maker, okay, housewife who worked rigorously, okay, from morning till evening. Brother Job was an apprentice motor mechanic there. She, according to Jancy, both were earmarked reserved to work in a biscuit factory. Okay, fourth, the bike which was owned by Job breaks down every now and then, which he repairs at his home. Fifth, and that was number 6. The jacket worn by Brother Job was shiny. Generally, the people of lower middle class, poor section of the society, they go for some dazzling color of their outfit there. It may be some red jacket, okay, blue denim, and the white shoes, like that, some dazzling stuff they generally wear in their attires, and it was shapeless also. Clumsy, looking clumsy there, From the back of the chair rails and pushed his arm into the jacket. She wished he paid more attention to his appearance there. Every sister wants their brother, okay, to present themselves in the public place in their top form there. And she also wished that Brother Job should pay more attention on his appearance, which he never did, He was an apprentice mechanic. He knew the reality. Father was a worker in a biscuit factory. So how he would be able to devote or more pennies, more money, okay, over his attire or appearance? He would not do that. He would not do that. Attention to his appearance, wished he cared more clothes about his clothes. He should be more wary, more vigilant. He was tall. Every sister believes some positive about the brother. For every sister, okay, her brother is the second most handsome person, second most handsome man in the world. Every sister thinks like that, her brother is the second most handsome person in the world, second most handsome man in the world. Who's the first one? Father, you thought wrong, He dragged his jacket while it was shiny and shapeless there with a strong dark face. Handsome, she thought. Every sister thinks likewise. It is the unlikeliest thing I ever heard, he said. And that was the confirmation, that was the reaction given by Brother Job. Whatever story you narrated that you met Delicacy in the arcade and he was standing next to you, you were standing outside the Roy's window shop, this and that. It was all rubbish. I didn't believe. It is the unlikeliest story I ever heard in my life there. So he negated Mr. Joff, the statement of Sophie, where she said that she met Danny Casey in the arcade. On Saturday, they made their weekly pilgrimage to watch United. Princeton United, the football team, represented by Danny Casey. On Saturday, they made their weekly pilgrimage journey to watch, to see a live match in the stadium. United, Sophie and her father and little Derek went down near the goal, and Sophie, younger brother Derek, and her father sat just at the back of the goal post so that they could see Danny Casey more closely and more number of times there. Where Mr. Joff, the elder brother, sat, Derek little down there, and Joff, the elder brother, as always, went with his mates, with his friends, with his companions, higher up in the stadium. United won 2-0, and Casey drove in, scored the second goal. And every Saturday, generally the Sophie's family made a weekly pilgrimage there. Why instead of journey, pilgrimage the word is used? Because Sophie's family considered the game of football not as a sport and not as a mere sport. For them it was their religion, or stadium will be where they were going to see it. The live match was the pilgrimage center. Pilgrims, they themselves were. Pilgrimage, their journey from home to stadium, and obviously the idol will be Danny Casey at the stadium there. So they made the weekly pilgrimage to see a match in the stadium, to see Danny Casey in action, their superstar. They wanted to see in action. Mr. Joff sat with his friend higher up in the stadium. He didn't sit with his family. It is a phenomenon. Generally, the boys at the age of 19, 20, 21, they want to isolate themselves from the family, especially in the public places there. Obviously their superstar, their dreams come true, their longings got accomplished when their superstar scored the second goal in the victory of Princeton United, 2-0. They won it against Arsenal. And the goal, Joff, as always, went with this, and Casey drove in the second. A blend of innocence and Irish genius. Underline this phrase. According to Joff or the Sophie's family, Danny Casey was a melange of, mixture of, collage of innocence and Irish genius. Obviously prodigy he was. Genius, going around the two big defenders on the edge of the penalty area with their father screaming for him to pass and beating the hesitant goalkeeper from a dozen yards. Sophie glowed with pride. Afterwards, Joff was ecstatic there. And now this is the live telecast of the second goal, drove in by Danny Casey there. Obviously, two defenders were there at the edge of the penalty area to stop Danny Casey from scoring a goal there. But you see, skill was enhanced, skill was displayed by dribbling skills were displayed by showcased by Danny Casey. He was able to beat the hesitant goalkeeper from a dozen yard, and very crisply he kicked the ball from a dozen yard distance, and now the ball was swinging into the nets of the opposite goal post, means goal scored. And when ball was there in the feet of Danny Casey, father started screaming, "Yes, come on DC, you can, please pass the ball there." And from a dozen yard, Danny Casey scored the second goal, and father was happy. Sophie glowed with pride, because for her, he was not a superstar or a male celebrity, but for her, he was her hero there. And she glowed, she got the collar up that my hero scored the goal. Whereas the reaction of Job towards this goal, that he was ecstatic, very much happy. Ecstatic, extremely cheerful, very much happy he was. Thank you, dear. Enough for that. Tomorrow we'll be having the journey ahead of that. From I wish that. Take the verse, the line where you can see page number 82, and I wish I will be starting from there. Thank you very much, dear.